All right, welcome Cubs, welcome Lions. This is for top secret project. Don't let your mom see or do this with you if you can help it. If that's the only option, that is totally okay. Maybe an older brother or older sister could help you do it. Okay, we are going to make a kind of like a card, but it's not going to fold, so it'll just be kind of a big picture. We're going to start with, I chose blue, but you can pick whatever color you want. So I chose blue, a full sheet of construction paper. You could use white, you could use whatever color you'd like. Now you're going to want to find a color and trace your hand. Okay, so trace your hand, and then you're going to need some circles. I cut out 4 smaller circles in various colors. I chose yellow, dark pink, purple, and orange. Okay, and I just basically used the inside of this roll of duct tape. And for my larger circles, I chose purple, red, light pink, and yellow. And I just used the big outside circle. So inside for the small and outside for the large. Okay, so I'm going to have 8 circles, 4 small, 4 large, and then I took some green and I cut some long, thin strips. I chose 4 because that was the number of each size of circle that we're doing too. And I happen to have 2 colors of green. It's a little bit hard maybe to tell. There's a lighter green and a darker, oh, you can see it. There's a lighter green and a darker green. So I'm going to have those 4 strips as well. And you can make them a little bit thicker, a little bit thinner, bumpy kind of, shorter, taller. And then I took my green paper and I just ripped some kind of leaf shapes. It can be a little bit tricky, but do your best. And again, I did it with the different colors that I had. So I just kind of ripped some different leaf shapes. Not all of the stems need leaves, but maybe you'll double some up, or maybe you'll make some extras and go from there. So I have that kind of torn leaf shape. Now, I'm going to take my scissors, I'm going to cut out my hand and arm tracing, and I'm going to cut out my circles, okay? So remembering thumb on top, fingers on the bottom, and only your helping hand moves. Tuck that chicken wing right in. Okay, so now that you have cut out all of your circles, we have the large and the small, you can stack those small circles all together and just cut them all at the same time, or you could do them one at a time, your choice. We are going to cut not all the way through, just make a little slit there. We're going to kind of turn these into, make it look like petals, okay? Thinking flowers. Try and make them kind of equal, but doesn't get there. That is okay. All right, and then I'm going to split mine up. I now have these nice kind of feathered circles that have, and that I'll be able to turn into kind of a 3D flower kind of a thing. So next, I have my hand cut out. Not my hand, this is my daughter Taylor's hand. And so what I'm going to do with that is I am going to glue it onto my blue paper. Okay, now I'm going to have to cut a little bit. I'll trim it a little bit, and that's okay. You can choose to trim it kind of wherever you want. I would put the thumb up, because when you hold something or you give something to somebody, your thumb is usually up at the top, right? Okay, so we're going to have our thumb up and then your fingers out. So whichever side you want to do it from, doesn't matter, just making sure that that thumb is up, okay? All right. Now when you're gluing, when you're putting the glue on, be sure you don't put any glue on the fingers or the thumb, just on the back of the hand and part of the arm there, okay? So that and you glue it on. Okay, those fingers are loose. Okay, so making sure that's nice and glued on there. And then what I'm going to do is take my scissors and trim that. You cut it just slightly inside the paper or flush with the paper. Maybe flush would have been better. I ended up cutting it just a little bit short, and that's okay. All right, so there we go. Fingers are loose because we're going to need to fold them in a minute or two. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take those stems. Okay, so those stems that I had already cut, and I am going to glue them onto the paper in the palm of the hand. You'll want to glue them at different lengths. So some might be taller, shorter, not right on top of each other, and not necessarily in the perfect little line there. And if you ended up having extra different colors so that you're able to give that extra dimension of different flower stems, then that's great. Then you'll want to kind of alternate or put them on top of each other. Okay, you can crisscross those flower stems. So here I've got them kind of crisscrossed. I tucked a little bit underneath the thumb. I'm going to put my other two stems on right away. And then we'll get started with the circles. Okay, now my circles are fairly big. You are definitely welcome to make smaller circles with whatever round things you have on hand. Okay, so I didn't have a whole lot as I was just kind of looking real quick. I was like, oh, I'll grab that and I'll trace those circles up. So that's what I ended up with. So I've kind of crisscrossed them. There's a little bit there like that. And what I'm going to do now is, I only have 3, but you could add 4, you can make 5. Just depends on how many flowers you want holding. Because my flowers are kind of big, I think I'm going to choose to use only 3. Otherwise I'm going to run out of room on my paper here. So then what I'm going to do is fold over the thumb. Okay, now it looks like the thumb is kind of holding on. And I'm going to fold over the fingers. All right. You could glue the fingertips down if you need to. Okay, so that it looks like you're holding those flowers. Okay, so I might choose to do that. Okay, so I've kind of glued them down. They don't want to stay, so you may need more glue. And then what I did real quickly here, white glue is always handy. Just gotta wait for it then to dry, right? Okay, so I didn't glue the thumb down, and I didn't glue the pointer finger down. Just the 3 others. So get that glued down, and then you'll be all set. Okay, now I don't know if my glue stick is drying out a little bit or what, but it just doesn't want to stick very well. So I'm going to start with my flowers. Now I'm going to choose colors that I like and mix them, match them, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a purple, the large purple circle, and match it up with a small yellow circle. And it reminds me of like a pansy. I know it's not the shape of a pansy, but once we glue it all together here. And then I'm going to take my Sharpie marker and I'm going to draw a few little seeds or a little bit of a detail to it. Okay, so I'm going to take it like this. And so you want to make sure too that you're not going to glue down those little petals. Okay, so just put the glue right in the middle of that circle. Okay, because again, this is a bit of a 3D kind of a project, and we want those petals to move a little bit. So once you have that, then you can glue those in, and I'm just going to, okay, alternate maybe, or they'll all come up a little bit. Okay. And now I have kind of a 3D flower effect. You could, if you want to, add some snips to the large circle to give it some 3D as well. I'm not going to, just for ease of completion. So put some glue on it, choose the stem that that one is going to be on, and then fluff up your little 3D petals. Okay, and then you'll continue. Oh, another finger popped up again here, see? So then you'll want to continue on and complete the other petals, okay? The other flowers. Okay, so I have put my flowers on because of the size of my circles. I ended up not putting any leaves or anything on, although you could kind of add them in, maybe tuck them in behind just to give some extra texture and shapes. I kind of changed up what kind of details I added to each of my flowers in the center there. And then I wrote a little note that says, I love you a bunch. So you're giving a bunch of flowers. I love you a bunch. Happy Mother's Day. And then make sure you write your name on it. Okay, girls, if you want to, you could maybe paint the fingernails or something if you like to have your nails painted. All right, excellent. So good luck with your little bunch of flowers. I'm going to try and add those leaves in there, just give it there. I like it with the leaves. So it looks very cute without, but I think I like it better with the leaves. So your choice, decide how you want to decorate it, choose the colors, and good luck. And I hope to see some of those pictures, and please add this in with the tile that you complete for your mom. Draw anything you'd like on it. Maybe I love you, Mom, or draw flowers or a heart or just a picture of you and her. I think that once you have drawn your Sharpie on it, you can bake it at a low temperature for a while, and then it will seal it in. And then it could be used like as a coaster or something, or you could just put it up as a plaque somewhere. Okay, so again, a little I love you a bunch, Happy Mother's Day flower bouquet for you to give to your mom. Okay, and then feel free to kind of play around with how you want to make that texture, make those flowers stand out. They look beautiful. I can't wait to see yours in some pictures. Okay, all about me. So my name is Isla. I-S-L-A. Isla. I like to eat carrots. That's my daughter's favorite as well. I like to play with dolls. Nice. I am 4 years old. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. All right. Thanks, Isla, for sharing. It was nice to hear more all about you. Okay, friends, I am signing off. I can't wait to see you in our Zoom meetings coming up on Wednesday and Thursday. Remember that it is Crazy Hat, or if it's easier for you, Crazy Hair Day. Let's see what you can come up with. All right, see you soon. Goodbye.